George also messaged Panorama saying, guys, hope not hate raped Kaylin. Hello?
Hi Joe, it's Tommy Robinson.
Oh, hi there, how's it going?
Yeah, not bad. Obviously you're aware I have a documentary coming out on Saturday. I'd just like to ask you a couple of questions quickly about your involvement.
Bear with me, I'm not going to be able to do it over the phone, I'm afraid. I'm not going to I'd have to speak to colleagues before I can do anything, I'm afraid.
So you can't just answer why you were you present during an interview with Kaylin Robertson and Panorama?
I'm not going to be able to talk about anything on the phone.
Why not? Why not?
Well, you can't just ring someone up. If you want to speak to me, you can drop me an email and we can...
This is just your opportunity to counter what's being said.
I'm not going to answer any questions over the phone, although I don't see what's the issue there is, even if I was. Really.
So, were you and Nick Knowles present during an interview with Kaylin Robertson and Panorama?
I've said everything I'm going to say to you, Tommy. I'm not going to answer any questions like that. If you want
just a yes or no. It's a simple yes or no.
Simply, look, Tommy, we're wasting time here.
Okay.
We must ensure we avoid bias or an imbalance of views. Our output will be based on fairness, openness, and straight dealing. Contributors will be treated honestly and with respect.
There are people being intimidated and blackmailed into giving negative reviews against me. The men who are doing it are present during your interviews. You're saying you're independent. Now, John, when it comes to fake news, you're John Sweeney, so I'm going to separate you from these allegations that are being made.
There are allegations.
There are allegations.
Okay,
so these are allegations. These are allegations.
And there is no evidence apart from your words or their words
John,
as to the substance of these allegations, as I understand it. And we have it in our own table.
Okay, John, would you tell anyone what they have to say in an interview about me?
No.
No? Play the next one.
We only, the BBC, we only do question areas. So here's, it's a volunteer army. I want you to be comfortable about it. So is there anything you don't want me to ask about? I'm not supposed to ask this. I'm not supposed to ask this. I'm not supposed to ask this. So I'm going to ask you about, I'm going to take it through. What I want from you is the following. Simple two steps. One, people like us, the BBC, the establishment, have not listened to what Tommy's been saying, and that's bad.
Yes.
And so the extent to which the entire conversation about Islamist extremism, about what that means for ordinary Brits up and down the country, closing that down, shutting it off as racist full stop is wrong, and that's bad, and that goes in the can, and you say that, and that will appear in the show. The second thing is, but there's something, my own personal experience, it was difficult, because I was a good trooper, and then suddenly I was friends with the dogs. But as a human being, he's funny and charismatic, and can be great company, and he's not your he's not a Nazi. Number three, partly because of the pressure, partly because of the chaos, you fall out. It's horrible because it turns on the mob. Those three elements are fair and good, and those three elements will appear in the show, I promise you.
He has...
Deal. We'll have a proper ding-dong.
Okay. Because there's a lot of people that...
And the good stuff, your stuff, goes in.
So there you are.
So I don't have to put on the record, John. I don't have a problem with that. I'm saying I'm putting, after a long conversation,
I've got the whole conversation,
which you haven't done.
No, I've got you 6 times telling that individual what they must say. Now let's go to the next one.
Gilligan wanted to make it sexualised, and he wanted it to make it out like you basically like Harry Weinsteined me.
Oh my God, man.
Because you're like a position of power.
And you're a vulnerable
and
woman.
like all this shit, and I was like, yeah.
So when I'm being told, this isn't about you, John. When I'm being told that journalists are approaching people.
Oh, sorry, I don't understand the context.
I'll tell you the context. This specifically is not about you.
Oh, they do.
But,
So
okay,
it's all about
but
it. It's
when
not really
I felt sick, okay, because I found out that journalists were offering money to try and get a young girl to do a Harvey Weinstein story against me. Now, you're Panorama, you're John Sweeney. So let me play the next clip to you.
I call him like a silly little man and stuff. I'm just shouting at him bad.
Could we have that? I'll drop you in it.
I'll have to think. It will drop me in it. Everything will drop me in it.
Not necessarily.
It was really bad. We had this great big argument in Woburn High Street. Yeah, maybe. I suppose that this for the case doesn't really work because you're just having a dispute. Doesn't really whatever. But I thought I'd record it just in case. Maybe I'll do that.
That's
It's only audio. It's only audio.
That's fine. How angry does he get?
He gets really angry and then he runs away and gets in the car and drives off. And I shout after the car. It's really bad.
We can clip that bit. We can clip that bit. We can clip that bit.